Hey there, fellow humans. Welcome to the coolest club you've never heard of, the Eudaimonia Club. Don't worry if you can't pronounce it. Half the fun is watching people try. It's like watching a cat trying to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious while eating peanut butter. Hilarious, right?
But seriously, folks, we're about to embark on a journey through time, space, and the occasional philosophical rabbit hole. Our tour guide? None other than the OG of ethics himself, Aristotle. Yeah, that bearded dude from your high school history textbook. Turns out he had some pretty rad ideas about living your best life.
Now I know what you're thinking. John, why should I care about some ancient Greek guy's life advice? I've got TikTok for that. Well, my friend, unlike that dance trend that'll be outdated by next Tuesday, Aristotle's wisdom has stood the test of time.
So buckle up, Buttercup, we're about to dive into the world of eudaimonia.
All right, let's address the philosophical elephant in the room. What the heck is eudaimonia? First off, it's not a rare tropical disease or a new type of sushi. It's an ancient Greek concept that roughly translates to human flourishing or the good life.
Eudaimonia goes way deeper than just feeling happy or having a good time. It's about living a life of virtue, reaching your full potential, and contributing to society. Think of it as the ultimate level up in the game of life.
The concept was a hot topic among ancient Greek philosophers. They debated it more than we debate whether pineapple belongs on pizza. It doesn't, fight me. But it was our main man Aristotle who really ran with it. He was like, yo, living a good life isn't just about pleasure or wealth. It's about excellence, baby.
Now, before you start thinking this is some lofty, unattainable ideal, let me assure you, eudaimonia is for everyone. It's not about being perfect, it's about striving to be better. It's like going to the gym for your soul. You might not become a godlike specimen overnight, but every little effort counts. So ready to join the eudaimonia gym? No membership fees required, just a willingness to flex those moral muscles. Alright class, it's time for Aristotle 101. Don't worry, there won't be a pop quiz at the end, or will there? Our bearded buddy had some pretty specific ideas about what it means to live virtuously.
According to Aristotle, virtue is all about finding the sweet spot between extremes. He called this the golden mean. It's like the Goldilocks of ethics. Not too much, not too little, but just right. For example, courage is the middle ground between cowardice and recklessness.
But wait, there's more. Aristotle believed that to achieve eudaimonia, you need to cultivate both moral virtues, like courage, temperance, and justice, and intellectual virtues, like wisdom and prudence. It's like leveling up in a video game, but instead of strength and agility, you're boosting your kindness and critical thinking stats.
Now I know what you're thinking. John, this sounds like a lot of work. Can't I just binge watch Netflix and call it a day?
Well, my couch potato friend Aristotle would say that true fulfillment comes from actively engaging in virtuous activities. So next time you're faced with a moral dilemma, just ask yourself, what would Aristotle do? The Tale of Two Lives, Bob versus Alice. Let's take a break from the heavy philosophy and dive into a little storytelling, shall we? Picture two people, Bob and Alice.
Bob's life motto is, if it feels good, do it. He spends his days chasing instant gratification, binging on junk food, and avoiding anything that resembles responsibility or hard work.
Alice, on the other hand, has embraced the eudaimonia lifestyle. She's not perfect, who is, but she's always striving to be better.
One day, both Bob and Alice face a moral dilemma. They find a wallet full of cash on the street. Bob's first thought is, score, free money. He's already planning a shopping spree.
Alice, however, pauses to consider. She knows keeping the money would be wrong, even if it would be nice to have some extra cash. After a moment of reflection, she decides to turn the wallet into the police.
Fast forward a few years, Bob's life hasn't changed much. He's still chasing the next thrill, but he's starting to feel empty inside.
Alice, on the other hand, has grown. She's developed strong relationships, pursued meaningful work, and contributed to her community.
Now, I'm not saying Alice's life is perfect. She probably still gets annoyed when her Wi-Fi cuts out or when someone cuts her off in traffic. But overall, she's experiencing what Aristotle would call eudaimonia.
The moral of the story, be like Alice, not Bob. Eudaimonia in the 21st century. Not just for toga wearers. Now you might be thinking, John, this eudaimonia stuff sounds great and all, but how does it fit into our modern world? I don't exactly see people in togas debating virtue at the local Starbucks.
Well, my caffeine-addicted friend, you'd be surprised how relevant Aristotle's ideas still are. In fact, they're like the little black dress of philosophy, always in style.
Take social media, for instance. We're constantly bombarded with images of people living their best lives. But are they really?
That influencer with millions of followers might look happy in their perfectly staged Instagram photos, but are they truly flourishing? Aristotle would probably argue that true eudaimonia can't be measured in likes and shares. It's about the quality of your character, not the quality of your selfies.
From Socrates to social media, the evolution of happiness. Time for a quick trip in our philosophical time machine. Buckle up. We're zooming from ancient Greece to TikTok challenges.
Our journey begins in ancient Athens, where Socrates is dropping truth bombs.
Fast forward, and we've got Plato and Aristotle shaping ethics. These guys were the original influencers selling ideas about the good life.
The Stoics focused on inner peace, like Marcus Aurelius as a mindfulness app. The Epicureans valued sustainable, simple pleasures for peace of mind.
Now in the 21st century, happiness is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We've got self-help books, life coaches, and motivational Instagram quotes.
But Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia still stands strong. It's like the wise old grandpa of happiness theories.
Back in my day, we didn't need likes to know we were living well, we just needed virtue and a good chiton.
Remember, the ancient wisdom of eudaimonia is still relevant.
It's about living a life of virtue and purpose, not just chasing fleeting pleasures. Your personal eudaimonia quest. Challenge accepted. Alright, intrepid philosopher, we've reached the end of our eudaimonia expedition, but don't unbuckle your mental seatbelt just yet. This is where the real adventure begins.
First things first, let's do a quick virtue check. Take a moment to reflect on your actions and decisions. Are you hitting that Aristotelian sweet spot between extremes? Remember, eudaimonia is all about balance.
Next up, let's talk about that all-important question. What's your telos? In Aristotle speak, that's your end goal, your purpose. What truly matters to you? What kind of person do you want to be? Lastly, remember that eudaimonia isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's about continual growth, learning, and engagement with the world around you.
So go out there and do something that stretches you, that challenges you to be better.
And there you have it, folks. Your crash course in eudaimonia is complete. You're now armed with the philosophical equivalent of a Swiss Army knife, ready to tackle life's challenges with wisdom, virtue, and hopefully a good sense of humor. If you found value in contemplating these philosophical ideas with me today, and you share a fervent dedication to the perpetual quest for understanding, I extend an invitation to join our community of fellow seekers. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and enable notifications to stay engaged in this cerebral odyssey. Your reflections are welcome in the comments section below. Until we meet again, remain curious and persist in pursuing those enlightening sunsets. Take care.